It was a star-studded day at the Council of the Great City Schools Conference, hosted by CMSD at the Hilton Cleveland downtown. Day 3 featured special guest speakers, actress and activist Rosario Dawson and CNN commentator Van Jones. But CMSD students might have been the real stars of the day, in the spotlight, presenting about their leadership roles in the district, performing for a packed ballroom, and as panelists at a national town hall meeting about equity. Check out these highlights from Friday at CGCS 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you none other than the well-trained, honest, integrity-loving woman, Rosario Dawson. Rosario?
This is a really special thing to have all of you together. To have you all speaking with each other, what works, what doesn't work, the help that you need. It's wonderful to hear about how you've all come together so quickly to help out in Houston, to help out in Florida, the team that you're sending to Puerto Rico in a week. That really shows them what it is to show up. They might not get that from their parent, who's harried and working multiple jobs. They might not get that from their community at large, which is letting them know that it's totally okay to hang out in the streets, that we don't have much expectation for them. But when you show up like that, and you show up for each other like that, you become what Maya Angelou says, the rainbow in the clouds. And I want to thank you so much for being rainbows in the clouds, because it's stormy out there. It's dangerous and it's scary the world around. And you're showing up in that way and showing what true service is. There's just a lot of fear, and there's a lot of anger, and there's a lot of pressure. And so I think the most important thing is that mental health, to make sure that these kids can show up every single day and get the education that they need so that they can help be advocates for themselves.
We were talking about the student advisory and how we have a voice inside our school district. Right alongside with Superintendent Gordon, he guides us through a safe environment and teaches us the things to go through to be a great leader.
I have a voice, and that the adults that I'm around within my school and the adults in the school district actually care about what I have to say, and it's really it's a breath of fresh air to have adults ask you a question and to actually be interested in your answer.
Students, don't be afraid to go out and tell your teachers what you think should be happening in the district. Get in contact with your superintendent if possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please join me in welcoming the newest member to our council family, Mr. Van Jones.
My father was too smart to be a liberal or a conservative. Every kid has to climb that ladder out of poverty with their own effort, because that's the only way that they'll never be put back into poverty. He said, so these liberals, they don't know what they're talking about. He said, but the conservatives don't know what they're talking about either. He said, that kid's got a responsibility to climb that ladder out of poverty. But every adult's got a responsibility too, to make sure that every kid has a ladder to climb. Every kid needs to have a ladder to climb.
Well, it's important for me to be here today because, my parents were school teachers. I come from an education and a law enforcement family. And, these are times when, the public schools, like one of the few common grounds we have left. I wanted to make sure that I could encourage the people who spend all day trying to encourage other people.
Now you know that you're dealing with a young person in a supportive environment when their toughest subject is their favorite subject.
Being fairness, but also being fairness while being impartial. So treating all the students with the same respect you would treat any other student. And I'm fighting for it because it applies to me. And it's very important to me because in order for me to be successful, I have to achieve equity.
We went to the refugee in Rwanda. Then we've been there for a long time. Then we moved there to here as a refugees. And it's something that it's a big opportunity, to come from Africa to here like a refugee. So I really thank God for that.
It means means fairness and being impartial, and that's very important to me because I have to fight for it in order to be successful. And without equity, there's no college for me. Being a black woman, young woman, there's no college, there's no job for me. And I want to be a registered nurse, and that's important to me. So I need equity. I need it.
Yeah, it's good to be a student in CMSD because, you know, to my school, they really care about us. Like, everybody is equal to my school.
For us, it's like a dream. It's something you couldn't dream of. But and coming here, arriving here, we were welcomed. We were really we are seeing our future brighter than as we thought. Yeah, he's the first one sitting in front of more than 500 people, and I'm proud of him. And I believe this is not the last time. I think tomorrow to see him in front of thousands of people, sharing his story, being helping people, being of some help to other people.
You can watch the full panel discussion by visiting our CGCS page in the CMSD News Bureau at clevelandmetroschools.org/CGCS17. And make sure to use hashtag CGCS17 to stay connected and get our latest updates. The conference wraps up on October 22nd. Visit the CMSD News Bureau at clevelandmetroschools.org/news for our full coverage of the event. From the CMSD TV studio, I'm Shannon Kantner.